Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Bachelor latest news. While Grant Ellis has attracted backlash for his stint on The Bachelor, Grant may not deserve the harsh criticism he received. Grant entered the competition with one goal: to find his future wife and mother of his children. The lead was met by 25 contestants, all vying for his affection. His season has been especially dramatic, as Grant was the first Bachelor announced before applications opened. Subsequently, all of his contestants entered The Bachelor Season 29 with a particular interest in Grant. Grant's diplomatic nature made eliminations and interpersonal fights a challenge. Several contestants found themselves at the forefront of the drama, including Carolina, Sophia, and Zoe McGrady. When these women began ruffling feathers, Grant wanted to hear from all sides, but his focus on the drama left him little time to connect with his potential wife. Grant ultimately fell for several women and struggled to make a final decision. His confusion left some contestants heartbroken, but Grant seemed overwhelmed with the process. Grant shouldn't be blamed for a flawed system. As a lead, Grant was not expected to mediate fights, but this Bachelor went out of his way to appease everyone. When Carolina made claims regarding Rose Sumk, Grant went right to the source. Rose admitted she misunderstood Grant and believed he told her he was thinking of her while dancing with the other women. Grant held her accountable and expressed his displeasure. Rose ultimately self-eliminated, but this was brought on by Carolina's actions rather than Grant's confrontation. This happened on several more occasions. When Carolina expressed uncertainty regarding the process and a marriage to Grant, Juliana Pasquarosa called her out. This conversation went badly, and Carolina was left in tears. Rather than ignoring the problem, Grant talked to both separately. Reality TV is known for encouraging drama, and Grant's intervention was not necessary. His involvement was likely discouraged as the show's ratings skyrocket when controversy peaks. Producers encourage the women to confront each other to help facilitate these explosive and viral moments. Despite this, Grant made every effort to abate the drama and validate all parties. Several left the competition resentful of the others, but Grant should not be associated with the controversy he tried to shut down. Grant did his best to ensure a positive experience. Grant faced some struggles as a lead. The Bachelor's approximate 8-week dating period presents many challenges. These confusing and emotionally taxing circumstances were broached during Grant's final. Several alums who struggled with their final decision joined Jesse Palmer on stage to discuss their experience. These alums include The Bachelorette Season 20's Charity Lawson, The Bachelor Season 26's Clayton Echard, and The Golden Bachelor Season 1's Jerry Turner. Jerry had some particularly interesting comments about the challenges of leading a season. The former leads explained that these circumstances can leave one confused and overwhelmed. Jerry's advice for Grant was to follow his gut, but he backed up Grant's indecision as well, stating that one can fall for several women when so focused on finding their one and only. Grant was one of many who found themselves connecting with multiple contestants. His empathetic nature made eliminations hard, and Grant's indecision led some contestants on. Licia Gare was particularly affected by this dynamic as Grant confessed his love for her before choosing Juliana at the last hour. Clayton rejected his 2 finalists and asked his third runner-up to give him a second chance. Brad Womack of Season 11 left the show alone after asking one of the finalists' father's permission to marry. Grant's actions are far from radical. Grant's decision to pick Juliana, while shocking, was best for the couple. Licia was ready for a swift marriage and children. Grant wanted this future, but needed time to pursue his dreams before committing to children. Juliana seems to share this sentiment. Grant has been criticized for this choice, but it's worth noting that his and Licia's plans for their future and religious ideologies didn't align. Grant and Juliana seem like a fantastic couple, and they should not be chastised for finding love. The Bachelor's lead has taken accountability for his actions. Now he's finally in the right environment to grow and better himself. They're really supportive. Grant exclusively told Us Weekly of his parents and sister ahead of the season 29 premiere in January 2025. "My family has been through a lot together, and it's really crazy that we still support each other in the ways that we do, even though we're all at different points of our life. So they supported me, and I support them, and we support each other. That's the way that works." Bachelor Nation met Grant when he vied for the affections of Jen Tran during The Bachelorette Season 28, which aired in summer 2024. After Grant was sent packing, he expressed his desire to have a family of his own one day. "It just sucks knowing that you feel some way about somebody and they don't feel the same about you, you know. I want a family," Grant said in a confessional at the time. "I want to be happy, I want a wife, I want to be in love. I want that, you know? I want to give everything to somebody, and I want them to give me everything in return." Grant opened up about his relationship with his father during a one-on-one with Jen in an August 2024 episode. "My father has been an addict for like 30 years. Addiction is a hard thing because, you know, growing up, my pops was everything, like, he was my superhero," he said. "He used to take me to the park, and he always used to be inebriated or like, intoxicated under the substance. The worst thing is, I didn't know." He continued, "When you're a child, you believe everything, and the one person I trusted most was always lying. So that was something. In my eyes, I'm like, you're a man. Why can't you do what you have to do?" Before he went on The Bachelorette, Grant claimed that his dad had gotten fired from his job and had been blaming everybody. "I was like, listen, Dad, I don't care," Grant recalled, noting that the pair spoke on the phone the next day, and he became the proudest he's ever been of his dad. He checked into rehab, and ever since that, we had a talk, and he was like, "Listen, son, this is the first time that you know the real me when I'm not intoxicated," Grant continued. "So I'm like, really leaning into that." So now he's like a little under 2 months sober, so, you know, I hope he holds strong. And it's his first time living too. Grant got candid about his dad during an August 2024 episode of the Vial Files podcast, sharing that he loves his father to death. "He did the best that he could," Grant said. "It's his first time living too, and he has his trauma, and he just took a certain route, and I don't want him to ever think that I'm like bashing him or putting him out there. But you know, it's my life story." He noted that his relationship with his father is great now. "I'm super proud of him for the progress he's made, where he's come from, and what he's doing now. I just want him to know that he did a good job." Grant shared that he didn't always have that perspective about his father. "Growing up, sometimes you may harbor resentment, but then when you're in the position where you're letting somebody down, then you realize that you could be trying your hardest, and sometimes you're gonna make mistakes." Grant continued, "Looking back at it, I can't hold myself to a different standard than somebody that's let me down. So it's like, I can't really be mad at my pops for that. I gotta just kind of let that go, and just roll with the punches, and just try to help him along his journey." After learning he was cast as the lead of The Bachelor, Grant called his mom. "I'm just calling to let you know I was selected to be the next Bachelor," he said in an August 2024 promo video, while his mom gasped. "No way. Are you kidding me? You're kidding. Tell me you're kidding. I'm so excited. I'm so happy for you," she replied. while Grant added, "Hopefully Grandma and everyone watches the season with you." Grant revealed during an August 2024 episode of the Viall Files podcast that his mom signed him up for The Bachelorette. "I remember she literally called me. I'm in the middle of my trading routine in the morning and she called me. She's like, 'Oh, by the way, I signed you up for Bachelorette, so if you get a call, make sure you answer,'" he recalled. And I'm like, "Are you serious?" So, they ended up calling me, and then things just progressed. I am aware that the entire plot of The Bachelor and any other spin-off series related to it is to find your one true love. However, more than half the time, the main lead either does not find what they are genuinely looking for in a life partner, or they do end up leaving in a relationship with the winner of their season, which ends up not working out. I believe that the reasoning behind why most relationships that come out of The Bachelor fail is due to the fact that it is the opposite of romantic, even though they try and make it seem as though the process is something out of a fairy tale book. I do not understand how this show can be viewed as romance when all we are watching is the lead dating multiple contestants at once, getting intimate with them, and then suddenly choosing one to propose to after such a short amount of time. It does not make sense to me. In my opinion, it is hard to establish that somebody has found their one true love after only getting to know each other for such a short amount of time. The whole process of The Bachelor is about 2 months, and it is not like they are in the outside world with real-life situations happening around them. They are in a mansion. The process that they go through to try and form meaningful connections and a possible relationship is tricky enough due to them not being placed in situations that the outside world would offer. But what is even trickier is that the lead is dating 20-something other people at the same time as their one. I do not understand how the lead could have the full opportunity to truly get to know each contestant within a 2-month period, and then sincerely choose their true love at the end. How romantic can the journey truly be? I do not believe that 2 months is a long enough time period to get to know many people at once, in an unrealistic setting, and then clear-mindedly choose someone to get engaged to. It may just be me, but I do not think I could ever join a show to potentially find the one, knowing that 20+ women are competing for the same man as me. I would feel uncomfortable falling for the leading man while knowing that he is dating, kissing, and even potentially getting intimate with other women. That does not seem romantic to me at all. It feels more like a competition show to me rather than a romance. I understand that the point of dating shows is to come out of it in a relationship. However, other dating shows are very different from The Bachelor. Usually, each contestant has the free will to get to know whoever they want within the cast. With The Bachelor, that is not the case. Every contestant is competing for the same person, and that is what seems the opposite of romantic to me. I have always thought it was so strange that the expected outcome at the end was a proposal after the lead had spent nights in the fantasy suite with multiple people. Proposing is a huge life-altering decision, not just for each cast member involved, but for their families and loved ones as well. It affects the people around them just as much as it affects them directly. It has always repulsed me in a way that it is so normalized for the lead to sleep with the 2 remaining finalists. In my opinion, you cannot love, or be in the process of falling in love with one, but then willingly sleep with the other. How is that romantic? I do not understand how the whole concept of fantasy suites is considered normal, especially when they are getting intimate more often than not. Then the lead suddenly decides who to propose to. To me, it makes no sense to get physical with someone who is not going to be the one getting proposed to. I truly do not believe that The Bachelor can be viewed as a romantic experience due to the lack of time that they have to get to know each other, considering how many people they cram into one cast per season and the physical aspect of the show. The Bachelor is available to stream on Hulu in the US. This gossip is over. If you like the video, then give your opinion in the comment box and stay with us by subscribing the channel. Thank you.